So someone recently asked me how I would run an email campaign. And so I decided to build this how-to video where I'm going to show you the exact steps on what I would do, how I am doing it, and then I'm going to share all of that material with you at the end of the video. So stay tuned. This is Notion, very nice to illustrate your entire game plan. I'm going to walk you through it real quick. So it's a pretty simple process. We're going to have 4 emails. These are going to be HTML-based emails, so they look nice when they show up for a customer. It walks them through. Each one's going to be a little bit different. These are just mock-ups that I have here. So the first thing is we have to build these 4 emails. They have to have a nice title. They have to have different subjects. They each have to build on the story itself as we send them these emails one by one. They should have testimonials, and then they should have a call to action at the end, meaning somebody should be able to call our phone number or book an appointment directly through the email. The idea is after the 4th email that we send them, we can just put them in long-term nurture. We're not going to send them another one after that. But basically, it's a drip campaign is what they call it. And specifically, to get a little bit technical, but inside HighLevel, we're going to build a workflow that does this automatically. So all we do is we give it the 4 emails that we created, and then the workflow just runs on every day and figures out, did I send them this email first? Now it's time to send email number 2. Did they respond to email number 2? No? Okay, let's send email number 3, and so on all the way to 4. If the recipient books an appointment in any one of those first 3 emails, then we don't send them the follow-on email because that would just be pestering. We've already got what we wanted. So the goal is keep sending emails until they do what we ask them, which is a call to action, either give us a call or book an appointment on our nice affiliate members calendar here as well. And so just to plug this again, if you're an affiliate member, you get added, and then all of those leads go to you one by one, shotgun style, so that way you can become profitable before your trial even ends. So let's go build those emails first. How do we build emails? Well, hopefully we try to do it based on HTML because we want them to look good. So I put together this prompt asking Gemini to just go ahead and do it for us. Hit go on that, and this is what Gemini comes up with. So nice, beautiful HTML email. We're just going to take it for its worth. Go ahead and grab that. Let's go over to HighLevel. Inside HighLevel, you're going to go over to your sub account, whichever one is your company, under marketing. And then over here is templates. A little bit difficult to find, but that's where it is. And then you can start a brand new from scratch. We'll just say blank template right here. And we want the one in the middle, HTML. Because that's the one that's going to look pretty. Hit select, and you can see this is the template that HighLevel comes up with. So on the left side is all the code that makes the right side look the way it is. So all these fancy looking things are basically just HTML code on the side. So the code that we got from Gemini is what we're going to paste here on the left side. So go ahead and delete everything on the left side. I did Control A, delete, and then Control V for paste. And just like magic, our email shows up. So that's our company logo. Ready to transform. Here's how we can do this. Boom, 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 boom. Great. You know, something I need also are some testimonials. So let's go back to Gemini and say, hey, can you add some testimonials to this, please? And we'll give it the ones from our website. So here's our website, and the testimonials were down here. So I wanted it to add these as well. So the way I grabbed that code was inside sub accounts, go under sites, and then the website itself that you have. In the page, go ahead and edit, scroll all the way down to where our testimonials are, which is right here in this HTML code. Over to the right, go to open code editor and just grab all of this. So Control A, Control C for copy, cancel on that, and then give that code to Gemini. So here's Gemini, and I basically said, now add this strategically so we have testimonials in the email as well. And then just labeled it testimonials, hit paste, and it came up with updated code that we can grab, and then back to the HTML email header and paste the whole thing in here. You can see this is quite massive on the left side, right in the middle of my screen here. That's a lot of code. But hey, we now have an email. And so we have a couple of testimonials down here as well. That'll be nice. Sort of a user journey is building. And then we went ahead and put at the bottom that, hey, you can start this at $250 a month. I think that's probably good for a barrier of entry because a lot of business owners don't necessarily understand the cost going into this. They think like, hey, all this high-tech gizmo gadget stuff, it might be very expensive. It's not $2,500, $250 is what you can start with. So that should convince them hopefully to book. And then of course they can call our AI agent, which is going to sell the capability itself. It's like magic. Great. So that's our first email. Let's give it a name, email 1, and save template. Go back, and now we have our first email ready to go. Let's go ahead and build our second email, then the third, and then the fourth. So edit, clone, and this is going to be email 2. So just change the name, get rid of the word clone at the end, and hit clone. Now for the second email, we want it to be a little bit different. Different subject lines. Some subject lines just catch the eye a little bit better. So let's go back to Gemini. Okay, so put in an updated prompt here. Now create email 2, which will be slightly different, but still have the same CTA testimonials. And put in some data here, and then hit go. Now we have email 2. So before I copy that, I'm going to tell it to start working on email 3. And hit go. And then copy email 2, so we're being efficient. And then come back to the email template builder, Control A, delete, Control V for paste. And now we have how AI can slash your workload and grow sales. Great. Different subject line. Run on Autopilot. Okay. This time we have 1 testimonial. Where'd our testimonials go? We were missing a testimonial. So I went back to Gemini and said, hey, we're missing one. And then it went ahead and fixed it. And now we have 2. Great. So this is our second email. Let's go ahead and save template. Go back, and now we have 2 templates. So off of the second one, let's go ahead and clone the second one, and then change it to 3. So now we have a new title, and then back to Gemini. Please give us email 3. Let it know the details of number 3, basically just a different subject line. Everything else stays the same. Hit go. And this one's in preview mode, so we can actually see it before we bring it over. That's cool. We got 1, it's a different testimonial. I think that's okay. Just because the testimonial is different, I'm okay with it. Control A, grab that. Control C, go back to our template. Control A, delete. Control V, and here's our third one. On call and change everything. Boom, boom, boom. Just checking our schedule free consultation works, and it does. Beautiful. Okay, that's email 3. Hit save. And go back. We're going to do it one last time. Copy number 3, rename it to 4, clone. Go back to Gemini, ask it to do number 4. Now do email 4, please. Here's number 4, last chance. I love it. Subject, letting them know this is it. Time crunch, decision time, different testimonial. Still got the link. I am liking this. Okay, hit that. Take all of this. Now we're in 4, same concept. Paste it here. And we got 4. Nice. Hit save. Great. So we have all 4 emails. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what do we do with these? How do we actually make it plugged into a workflow? Well, we got to build the workflow first. So let's go over to automation on the left side. Hit create workflow on the top right. Let's say select from template. In the search bar, search for something like drip campaign. Here it is, drip. And then it's email drip sequence. Choose template. There we go. And now our workflow template is already here. So it saves us a lot of time from having to pick each one of these boxes. All we have to do is review them. So before we go very far, let's go ahead and rename it. Make sure it's something memorable. Email drip sequence, October 25 for the year. Great. Got a title. Let's reference our Notion real quick, because I think we said start workflow for tagged contents. That's right. Contacts. That's right. So that means our trigger needs to be based on a tag that we assign to that contact. And I'll show you how to assign the tag to it, but basically think of it as like a trigger. The trigger is what's going to make this workflow actually begin, right? So we need a tag. So over to the right side, go ahead and search for the word tag, and it's the first one, contact tag. And then what kind of tag? Hit add filter, say tag added, and then we need to pick a tag. Let me see if there's one that we could reuse. Yeah, we could use lead. So basically, when we have a contact within HighLevel, and if we hit a drop down and then plug in the word lead inside that contact, this workflow is going to trigger. hit save trigger. That's what we're waiting for. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So inside your sub account, go over to contacts, and then you'll have an entire list of contacts. Click on one of them. This is just a fake contact here. But when you come down here, there's an area called tags. So in here, if I was to type in the word lead and pick this one, as soon as I attach this tag to this contact, that workflow is going to begin, which means, what is it going to do? It's going to first send email 1. And now all we have to do is tell this workflow which email template is email 1. So let's go over to the right. We're going to do templates. And then we're just looking for email 1. And we do need our subject separately here for some reason. So we're going to have to go find what our subject was for this email. We can click edit, and it was this right here. Ready to transform. Let's take the rocket as well. We can just close this, come back, and paste the subject. There you go. So now this is called email 1. That's just for our own reference. It's going to come from our company email address. This is going to be the subject line. This is the actual email, the HTML code that's going to be sent. It looks like this, and I'm going to sync edits to template, meaning if I ever come back and change this template for whatever reason, maybe I update a phone number, I want the workflow to be sending the latest and greatest. So let's go ahead and keep that checked. We don't have any attachments, and we can send ourselves a test to make sure this works. Send test email. Okay, I just received the test on my phone here. Looks good. And let's progress. So what happens next in this workflow is we wait 1 day. Let's confirm changes. That was from the email. Okay. Wait 1 day. Let me double check. Yep, it says 1 day is what we're going to wait. Perfect. And then what do we do? Was email opened? Oh, I like this. Email event. If yes, it's opened, go down this path. If the email was not open, go down this path. And then for whatever reason, we always want some kind of error catching. So it's like a graceful kill. So something else happens, something weird. We just want this to go over to none. Okay, let's go down this path over here. So if yes, email was opened, what happens? We wait a day, and then we send them email 2. Okay, let's click on email 2 and go ahead and add our second template, email 2. Let's grab our subject line by hitting edit here. We are at dominate your local market. Let's grab those. Email 2 subject line is dominate your local market. Let's go ahead and hit the checkbox, make sure we have two-way sync, and then save action. Now we have email 2. I want to work this in parallel. So I'm going back up to no, meaning if they did not open our first email, we need to send them that same email again. Maybe they got busy, they just didn't see it. They should know our email is super important. Let's go over here, grab the subject line, close that, come back, put the subject line, and that's email 1 again. Oh, don't forget sync and save actions. Okay, so coming down no, we send them again. Then we wait another day. Then we're going to catch them up to that first workflow. And that's what that link is saying. Go to this workflow here and send them email 2, right? So now they've caught up. Okay. Now everybody has email 2 basically. Then we wait another day. Double check, says 1 day. Yep, that's correct. Then what happened with email 2? Was it opened? Yes or no? Same concept. If it's yes, it was opened, we're going to send them email 3. We're sending them email 3 because we're assuming they didn't book the appointment. Once they book the appointment, we can add a secondary workflow that just removes that lead tag from their contact, stopping the whole train. Because we don't want to bug them if they've already booked an appointment. But let's stay here for a second. Email 3, let's change our subject. Here's email 3, copy that, paste here. We now have email 3. Let's make sure it's sync data, turn on sync, and then save. Okay, that's email 3. Don't forget back here, we have one trailing email 2. because what happens if they never opened email 2? Well, we need to send them email 2 again. Edit, grab the subject line, paste the subject line, sync data, turn on sync, save. Okay, getting the hang of it. We now have email 2, we wait another day. If they still didn't open it, we send them email 3. That's how it works. After they get email 3, we wait another day. Did they open it? Yes or no? And then we do it again. If it's a yes, we wait another day because we're waiting for them to book the appointment. If they still don't book the appointment, we go to email 4. Click on that, email 4, pick it from our templates, hit edit because I don't have the subject lines memorized. Let's grab the subject line, copy, close out of that, paste the subject line, two-way sync on, and save action. Okay, that was email 4. Now, what if they did not open email 3? Well, we need to send them email 3 again. Let's go to template, email 3, edit, grab the subject line, X out of that, paste the subject line, two-way sync, save action. And there we go. So now the entire workflow is set from top to bottom. The first thing that kicks this whole thing off is a trigger and the contacts, which we're going to do next. So stick around. We got the contacts, then we send the first email, then we wait a day. Did they open the email, yes or no? If they open the email, we progress to email 2. If they don't open the email, we send it again. And we wait another day. Did they open email 2? Yes, give them email 3. If no, send it again. And then wait again. Did they open email 3? Yes, give them email 4. If not, send them email 3 again. Wait another day, then send them email 4 anyway, because our last email says last chance. And then we're done. So go ahead and publish that and then save. This is what turns on the workflow, meaning it is now live and active. And all we're waiting for now is a contact with the appropriate tag. So where do we get the contacts from? There are many different places you can get contacts from. Outscraper is just one of those websites. You can log in here. Once you log in, you get this Google Maps scraper option. And so we can put in here what we want in terms of the categories. So let's say you're targeting dentist. You just type in dentist here. And where are you searching? In the United States? How about specific states? You want all 50 states? You can do that. I don't know if it does territories. So you can pick all of the states here. Then how many leads do you want? 10,000. Okay, so let's say you want 10,000, or you can have 1,000 or 100, whatever the case is. And then you come down here and it gives you the packages. So if you want, here's emails and contacts scraper. So for 10,000 emails at 0.003, that should be $30. 1, 2, 3, 4. So $30 gets you 10,000 emails, and then you hit go and it'll give you a spreadsheet. Once you have your spreadsheet of contacts, you're going to see a list of email addresses, and you want to bring that spreadsheet over into HighLevel to add as your contacts. So now I'm going to show you how to import the spreadsheet of contacts. Come over here to your sub account. On the left side, go to contacts, and then over here, import contacts is what you click on. This opens up. Contacts is already pre-selected. Go ahead and leave that there and say next. Now in here is where you want to drop your CSV file, your spreadsheet. So you can drag your spreadsheet and drop it right here. And so I have one contact that I'm going to import. Ideally, you would have 10,000. And so then hit create and update contact, pick the one in the middle, and then hit next. And now it's going to synthesize the data for you or organize it. So it's saying that in the column header business name, I have this information. It is mapped to business name. Are you okay with this, right? And for every single one. So in your spreadsheet, you had a column that said address line 1. I have this address in that line, and I need you to tell me, where does this go in HighLevel? That's why it's pending. So in the dropdown, you pick the appropriate place it should go, which would be street address. Okay, and now that it's picked, it's mapped. Now go to the next one, city, state, zip. That's what it looks like. What does it look like in HighLevel? We have city. So just pick the closest you can. I'm going to go with city, but that just means in the city field, I'm going to have all three of that information in there. In telephone, I need you to pick a spot, go down here. It's going to be phone. So HighLevel calls it phone. Great. The other one's mapped. So email is pretty straightforward. Email, and that's what we need for this one. Hit next. Now you can create a smart list. I recommend you do, especially if you're getting ready to run your campaign immediately. Create a smart list for new contacts. Now these are going to be electricians, for example. That's what I had picked. Maybe you pick dentists, whoever you pulled out of Outscraper, grab those. And then add imported contacts to a workflow. This just gets easier and easier. Here's our email campaign affiliate calendar, the one we just created. Go ahead and pick that. And then add tags. Remember, the tags are the trigger that get the workflow to begin. So we were going to call them lead. So now we should import all the electricians. They'll be automatically assigned to this workflow. They'll automatically get the tag, and that workflow is just going to kick off as soon as we import these. So in the bottom, go ahead and say I confirm, and then start bulk import. And to check your status, you can go up here, bulk actions, and then over here to the right, show stats. Now I just have one record being imported, so that's going to happen very quickly, but you may have yours done in batches, so it might take a few minutes. I would say 5 to 10 minutes is probably acceptable. Anything more, there might be a problem. And then you can look at your success rate. Did they all come in? Any errors or warnings? None. Everything was successful. Great. So now if I go back to my contacts, I should see that one record that we just added. So we got the name of electrician, number, email. I'm going to hide this to be censored for sure so I don't get blocked on YouTube. And then tags is important. That's the lead we have. So let's go quickly check on our workflow. Let's go to automation on the left side. This is our workflow that we created, email campaign affiliate calendar. Okay, and I already see one waiting right here. So guess what happened? Trigger, contact tag worked, email was sent, and now that one contact is waiting right here because we told it to wait 1 day. Another way you can verify this is go to execution logs, and you can see what happened from bottom to top. First thing is it was added to a workflow. Then an email was executed. Then it's wait for 1 day. And that's the stage it's on. So if we came back tomorrow, it would progress from here and then determine was the email opened or not. And then if it was yes, it'll wait another day and send them email 2. And now we just sit back and watch the leads come in. I'm just kidding. So you basically do these types of things over and over again until somebody does contact you. So like I mentioned before, all this is available for my affiliates. I'm just going to give you the snapshots, ready to go workflow. Just plug it into the agency snapshot that I shared with you, and then plug in your own contacts, right, for lead generation, and then just fire this thing. If you have any questions, hit me up for sure. And then I'm always available in my Skool community. You can join there. And if you use my affiliate link, I'd appreciate it. And one more thing before I go. If you ever have any issues running these types of things and you wish somebody could just come in and do it all for you and you just give them some money, well, check out my friend over here at ascendantintelligencemedia.com. I'll put his link in the description as well. They do all of the things that I'm teaching you, except at a very high level. So you don't have to learn this necessarily from scratch. You know, you have problems importing workflows, setting up your websites. These guys do it all, and they charge you a nominal fee. It's well worth it. Give them a shot. Here's their number. Give them a call. If you want to try your hand at doing this yourself instead of just watching, you can use my HighLevel affiliate link in the description below. If you use that, you get an extended 30-day HighLevel trial, hundreds of pre-built AI agents, access to my Skool community, 40+ business and marketing courses that I've built. You'll have all of my website template that you've seen me create. I'll even hop on a live Zoom call with you twice a week to help guide you and build your business with you. You'll have a direct line to me and also a chance to join my agency and run some of these businesses that I have, as well as take on my client. Hope to see you soon. Thank you.